Welcome back to a new video and live stream. We're going to be playing some Kent State and trying to make them as great as I made Akron, which I know I didn't really live stream a lot, but I just kept playing with the file and eventually it became good and it became boring. I went to the ACC and I'm kind of over that file and starting a new one. We got UL Monroe on the board today. To be honest, I'm not really too interested in playing every game um, and just struggling every week. We do have a athletic director goal to beat Bowling Green, so that's going to be the game that I will for sure play. Um, unless I guess that's probably the one. But my other goals, get ranked or whatever. But let's see the schedule. See how long it takes to get to Bowling Green. So that's way at the end of the year. And so right now, since we are obviously not going to be very good, I tried to make my schedule pretty easy this year. Took out some of the difficult games that we were 100% going to lose. We set up recruiting. I'm not going to show the board right now because we can look at it next week. But we'll just keep simming a little bit because it is really unpleasant to play on Heisman with a really bad team. Hopefully we won. It'd be pretty neat. So we're gonna might be able to actually be 2-0. And one of our goals, score 20 points in any game. We were able to do that. Mission accomplished. We did go recruiter as well. So the idea is to hire coaches that have the other categories that I'm not going to have, but um, I could kind of just go and make the scouting easier for everyone, which honestly might be the play. So I think I will do that. I'll get tier 1 for as many as I can. Because that is quite nice to be able to find gems. And, I was able to get, it's more of an impact than just trying to max out the quarterback, which is obviously a super important position. But yeah, we should look at the board. So nothing changed on the board. I don't
Welcome to
have.
staged recruiting.
All right,
Like
Kurt
previous
Herbstreit is
years,
going to be
recruiting
talking over
follows
me
three important stages.
disrespectfully,
Stage one
even
is
though.
adding players to your recruiting
Can I
board where
just.
you can gain intel on their values.
Is he gonna shut up? I don't know why he's talking. it's so we only have the 3 people, I guess 4 people on the board, um, and our hours are maxed out. We only have 200, so I don't really care if we get this kicker. I just put hours into him. We haven't even offered him a scholarship, but ideally we would be able to get these two-star receivers and then this 3-star quarterback. He has 94 throwing power, so that's why I want to go after him. And then both of the receivers have 95 and 93 speed, so I should be able to get the 2 stars pretty easily. And the 3-star quarterback shouldn't be too hard to get from Oregon State. We offered him NIL. We don't have any sway or anything on him yet. So it's kind of a different approach because basically, if we need spots, I'll get people in the portal, especially early in the rebuild. But mostly, I just want to get speed on the team that are 2 stars or 3. I mean, like whatever we can get easily, and then just continue to build. Did he lock us out? Or no, that's a deal breaker. We might have lost. Yeah, we lost to FCS. Yikes. It's unfortunate, but is I think building through the portal is probably the quickest way to improve your team. So we're winning on that guy. Okay, so it just has nothing happened with the deal breaker, so we're still chilling there. We're increasing on there. We haven't offered him a scholarship yet. If we get any of these guys, then we'll be able to definitely do that for the kicker. The main reason is he scouted pretty decent for power, but also he's a 3-star, so it helps our recruiting board, obviously, to get that extra bonus any recruit there, and allows us to have a kicker for 4 years. I think Kent State actually is in a pretty good situation kicking wise. They have a lot of kickers. I don't really know why, but um, I guess in real life you kind of want to have multiple kickers on your roster just because people do actually get hurt in the sim or in the game. I feel like kickers actually never get hurt. We also don't have auto progression on. I'm not going to auto progress anyone during the season because we don't really have anyone that, I mean, like our team's just going to be bad. And we don't have any particular reason to put any points even in the seniors. All right, so the verbal commit's nice. So what that means is that we can... Oh, very nice. But what that means is that we can take some hours out of him, probably. And I don't really need to... I don't know why I keep doing the practice. It does it automatically. And if I'm not putting points into my... like auto-upgrading my players, then it doesn't really matter. Alright, so what we're going to do is take this off. Might be able to do a hard sell on all 3 players. Alright, these are very expensive. Oh, he's from Hawaii. That's why he's very expensive to have visit. Surprised Hawaii is not going after him. We'll try the clutch. That worked pretty well. So I'm trying to go with quality versus quantity of prospects. So we're actually shooting up on his board. Now we have a scholarship offered. Still competing with Wake Forest, and he's from North Carolina. And we still can't do a... we still can't do a hard sell or a visit for him, but we can do a visit for these other guys. We'll throw the 10 hours into him for this week. So really, our goal, get a couple of guys that are high schoolers. Once we get those guys to commit, then we can really just move into other positions that we might want to be able to attain. We'll go ahead, probably linebackers. If I had to choose, I'd rather just get a whole bunch of linebackers on our team because they can kind of, especially when our team is bad, they are probably the most versatile defensively. You could just throw them wherever. They can play the edges. They can play defensive tackle. They can even play safety. Sometimes they can even play corners. They just sometimes are, especially the lower star ones, are usually pretty slow. Not really sure how we won the first week. I won't question it though, but alright, so we get the verbal on him. We're gonna take the 10 hours off of him. I think we can do a hard sell on him now. Yeah. Game froze for a second. The game just froze. Oh, there we go. Why is EA servers are messed up. Because I'm live streaming right now, so clearly my internet's fine. See if we get let into our dynasty. It's being really slow to let us back in. Yeah, it's so great to have the what the heck? There you go. That's one thing I did want to change was the borderless window. All right, we'll try getting into it one more time. All right, we're back. That was weird. But where was I even at? Oh, I took the hours off of him. We do have enough to set up a visit. We could also set up a visit with the 2-star, but he's already verbally committed. We could also do it with the kicker. So we're waiting on Wake Forest, which is kind of nice. We're going to set it up with them just because it's so expensive. And then for the other guys, we can get those set up next week. So we probably keep losing. Alright, so we get some hours back because of the hard commit, which is nice. It's nice that our coach ability is not going down, even though we're losing. Alright, so we have a commit. So we can set up, or we already set up his visit. We can set up his visit. We have his visit set up. We have a hard sell on him. So now we can try to use some of these hours to look for more speed. Do we want running backs? We probably want to go cornerbacks. I feel like are hard to recruit. I feel like we try to get some of those. What I actually want to look at, I want to Google which cornerback archetype I don't know which archetype is the fastest. That's all I'm worried about. Run in field. Okay. So we want to look for run in field. Do any of those guys exist? Or maybe it's just field. All right, so we'll look for not bump and run or zone. We'll add those two guys on. I mean, 86 is not good, but it's also could be worse. 80 is not even worth it. So we have a scholarship for him offered, so we'll target him for now, and then just keep adding a random 2-star on as we get more hours during the week, and we'll probably just keep losing, unfortunately. Seems quite bad, but that's how the first season always goes. They won 4 games last year. The 2 years previous to that, I think they won a single game. I didn't recruit the kicker, but I also don't really care about. I guess he's a power archetype. That's the only thing I suppose I care about. So we have 55 hours, which means we could look to scout another 2-star. Just because they're a little bit easier for a team at my level to compete and get. I feel like we already scouted him, probably. Oh, we didn't. Alright, we didn't scout either one of these guys. 87's not bad. 81 is bad. Oregon State's winning on him? I really want that guy. We're going to take off this and add those extra 10 hours. We're going to add some extra NIL. 80 is crazy for us to spend, but that sort of arm talent is just hard to get at our school. Hopefully that improves our chances with him. All right, we're back to first on him, which is good. We are a big 1-7. All right, good. So that might have been enough to get him to commit. So we're good on him. Nowhere near on him. So 86 and 87 speed aren't really that good on corners, but like the other two guys were 80 and 81, and it's just, if we're trying to compete and trying to have a team that actually has players that aren't running 4 miles an hour, we gotta get guys that are 85 speed plus in as many different positions as we can. Getting those 2 receivers are going to be really nice for our team. It's like we lost again. That's what we do. Alright, so that is good. So we have some more hours back, so we can actually take these off. And can we do a hard sell? We can't yet, but we can do... We can send a Haas. Alright, so we... Oh, if we take these all off, we can send the house. Okay, so we are definitely not performing that well in Sim. Somehow winning the first game and then losing 8 in a row. Not very ideal, but we still have to get to the Bowling Green game. Alright, we get to Hawaii quarterback. Alright, so this is our big game of the year. We shall be playing it. I don't really care about the sway chance. We're just gonna save our money until we can buy 2 steps of I don't really know which one, maybe quarterback, but we're 0-5 in the MAC, 1-8 overall. Do we have these guys? Let them auto progress. Get as much out of our team as we can. We'll squeeze as much juice out of them as we possibly can. Let's actually look at our results this year to see if we've had any close losses. Yeah, just FCS. That was close. Not close. Not close. Not close. Oh my gosh. Not close. Not close. All right, so we could have had 1, 2, 3 more wins, so we could be like 4-5 at the best. But yeah, our team is, wow, our defense is so bad. We got to 4-3 multiple is apparently not the way. We'll do the 3-3-5. So Bowling Green is our big game this year. We're gonna just try to play the full game. If I get depressed with defense, then I might just switch to playing offense only. But it's gonna be difficult to win because every game is difficult to win when your team is this bad, no matter how bad the other team is. Even the FCS game would have been difficult for me to play. It's just because even if you see guys open and you see things that are could work, your quarterback just does not make the passes properly, or your guys are just not fast enough to get open, or they drop the ball. That's super, super, super common. While we wait for it to load, we'll get more coffee, because coffee makes the world go round. This will be my second to last week of summer. Or is next week when school starts? My goodness, yeah, it's right around the corner, isn't it? Yep. Yikes, we're almost there. So then these live streams would mostly be on the weekend.
Like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result
And we have to
of
play
what
at
we're
Bowling
about to
Green,
see
which
in this
thankfully with these lower
It's
tier
the
teams,
Kent
it's not
State
as if there
Golden
will be
Flashes
an insane
and the
amount
Bowling
of
Green
the other stadiums
Falcons.
not very full of Stadium Pulse to deal with.
Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
All right, so we
Guys,
get
the
the ball
Golden
at halftime,
Flashes
which is
head
nice.
coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Hold up. Am I gonna get copyright? Alright. During the streaming, I don't want to get a copyright
Offense
strike.
in an empty set.
It's gonna be rough to play defense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete.
We did get really
good
quick
concept
pressure on
there
the
to
quarterback,
get
but
things going and use the
we'll most
tight end
likely have to
early.
blitz
I
a
mean,
lot.
just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a...
Makes a grab and room to run. That's the the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to throw it again. Got the back over the middle. And a good job
that's
in
our best
coverage
result
there. They
yet.
stop it after just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The give to the right.
There we go.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh, we had him.
Fires deep on the run.
Oh, we knocked it
Oh,
out.
he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this
Good
football game.
defense.
And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield.
Oh my goodness.
He's got great speed.
That was a
What
really good return.
there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Golden Flashes offense takes the field for the first time in this game. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the
Well,
biggest
to do with
point that you made.
quarterbacks is,
It's a guy that has the
running backs
potential
is keep
to
fresh.
make
I
big
feel like
plays.
that
And if you're
usually
pointing
performs a
to
little
a
bit better.
guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes.
There we go.
Moments, they need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Looking to fire. The sure hands.
Catching
it's
it.
Clark. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44.
There you
They've
go.
got it inside the 40 at the 39
Still
as they
moving the
pick
ball.
up the first down. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. All the way down to the
Running game's
25-yard
going
line.
really
They
well.
move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Tried to cut back, but it did
The
not work.
defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this.
Snags it, and he's open.
There we go.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first
Our
down
offense has
on the
been really
play.
nice. I think our main quarterback is hurt because I don't think Ruffin was our starter at the end of the year.
They'll run it. It's King.
Oh my goodness. Let's go.
And he'll step into the
Oh,
end
right at
zone.
the ref.
Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground.
Let's actually look at our injury report. Torn bicep, yeah, so our starter's out. And we have a receiver that's out.
That guy the football.
Not that we
time
were going to
after
be
time,
good anyway, but
making
that
offense
explains
easy,
why we
being
lost
physical,
every single
and
game
really
this year,
setting the
basically.
tone for this football game.
But Ruffin looked pretty good.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out
See
of
if our
the end
defense
zone,
can get
and
another
he's
stop.
knocked down at the 10. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of
Trying to play
options on second and
screens, but I don't really know if that will.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Because I feel like the RPOs are just
Tripped
cooking
up
us.
for the tackle. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16.
Play short routes.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh,
Fakes the catch.
he just missed the
Runs
tackle.
through
That
a
was
man. He
bad.
might have space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Falcons come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes the tackle
Yes,
at the 46,
the problem being
but
Kent
it's a
State,
15-yard
we don't have
gain
a
to
very
get
good
them into
team.
plus territory. And the Falcons are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down.
We played the screen.
Makes
Oh
the
my
catch
goodness.
and he's brought down.
I still get 5 yards.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him.
Can't believe the quarterback got that off.
with
I basically
success. Now you're
ran
seeing him
directly
get
at him
involved
and
in the
hit him.
passing game too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
A little release to the back. And they pick
All
up
right.
just a few on that completion. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
No, their guys are so slow.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Falcons. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right
Slouch down.
there on the post. Great arm talent, getting to throw out in
Go
front of him.
Browns.
It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't know that
Hey.
they could have stopped.
We want Kent State to
On
win.
the run from inside his own 5. He'll
Get
be
200
stopped short
NIL
of
if
the
I win.
20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The run inside. It's King. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the golden flash.
No, this
Comes
is
to the line. This
college
situation, you might
football.
see
I'm
a
the
shot play.
Kent State.
Takes the handoff. It's Delaney.
Kent State
Ripping
versus
off a
Bowling
pretty
Green.
good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
If they can't stop the run, I think we just keep trying
To
to
the
run it
ground.
in.
He's got it again.
Oh,
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked
Okay.
up after one as we take a quick look at some stats.
yeah, we get 200 NAL if we are able to beat Bowling Green.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Running inside, it's Delaney.
Gosh,
That
there's
is
just
a
nothing
big
there.
win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by
Yeah,
the defensive
we
line.
don't have the quarterback talent to
Just
throw the
couldn't
ball
find any
anywhere down the
room, and he
field,
wound up
unfortunately.
throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Golden Flashes will punt it away on fourth down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way
Well, let's
on
see if
the
we get a
return
defensive
out to the
stop. Or basically
35-yard
back
line
at square
before he
one
stopped.
with them starting with the
Bowling
ball.
Green's
in the
offense
tie
will take
game.
the field to start the drive. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point
Blocking.
this time.
Our guys just cannot
Snagged it, and there's running room. They
get
drop him
off
at
those
the
blocks.
47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They go to the draw. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back.
Just so, yeah.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Red
Wow.
pass, it's complete.
That guy's so slow.
Oh, he's
He
got
tried to
enough
cover that, and
space.
he was just
Touchdown,
running in
Falcons.
sand.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play.
We just have
Great
to chew
route by the
clock and then
receiver,
hopefully get a
good
touchdown
timing on
or a
the
field
throw
goal
by
before the
QB.
half.
Receiver catches it in stride.
Because our defense,
turns
that
on
our
the
defense
Jets
got
and
one
gets the
stop,
ball.
and that might be the
And
only
they
stop they
did
get the
tack
entire
on that
time.
extra point without any adventure.
Looks
And
so
it'll come
bad,
out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
That's what you get with
The Golden Flashes offense ready to get this drive started.
a Kent State
They
Junior
find
board.
themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the big fella. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Yeah, these is bad.
And that's why, as a former
Kent State
quarterback,
is
man, I love
quite
these
bad.
drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out
Oh,
nicely in front of them.
Should've tried to bounce out to the outside,
They're
but
going to take it a long
his
way.
animation took him
Really
directly
great
into that
execution.
tackle.
Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Under
I
fire.
don't have anyone open.
And he's sacked.
Oh.
Great work there by this defense.
That's so bad.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it down
That's
the field.
bad.
Defense
Oh
scoops it up,
no.
and he's headed the other way.
Oh.
Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
There is nothing
It's a little
better
bit
than
easier, to be
watching a
honest, to
big
play
boy
with
do
an
what he
ACC
was
or a
born to
SEC
do.
team
Ball on
because
the
you have
turf,
better
the
talent.
big fella
Like, let's look at, I don't even know what my quarterback's rating is. This is my backup at Kent State, so you know we're not dealing with, he's 70 overall. He's a true freshman. What's his throwing power? 77 throwing power. So, like,
up, and Palmer,
it's just
God, he
not,
didn't have to go far.
not like,
You know what? The thing I
we're
love
not
about
going to be
this
able to
dude,
come
Dave,
back.
is he never quit on the play. He pursued it, showed great effort. He was Johnny on the spot, bounced right into his belly. They may want to put this guy on short yardage goal line because he has a nose for the end zone.
So the only thing that we
Guys,
can
let's
do
see how it
now
goes this
is
time for the
short
Kent State
passes
offense.
because we
Now
actually
we'll
can't
get a
throw the
chance
ball
to see
probably
if
more
they
than
can answer
15
that
yards.
last score, trailing by 14,
Our running
Jesse.
game
Yeah,
just
and at this point
worked
in
on
the
the
game, I
first
feel like
drive, but
offensively, you should
after
go
the
back
first
to what's
drive,
been working
we haven't
for you
really
in
been
this
able to
game.
do
Don't be
anything
afraid to dial
on the
up
ground,
plays that you've already had success with,
which is the
running
only
and
way that
throwing.
we were
It's
able
okay
to move the
repeat
ball.
Plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Able to work it to the 39-yard
We just have to keep doing the short
line, and that'll
passes.
be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Clark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Good job running that
Our
route
guys,
to get
like the
past
route
the
running,
sticks
like
because
everything
he
is
got
just
nothing
bad.
after
Like the
the
guys
catch.
just don't get open very quick,
Just
and they're
nosing
slow.
into enemy territory at the 49. It's
And also
first
our
and
blocking
10.
isn't very good.
Makes the grab.
If I get any sort of blocking, it gives them a chance to actually get out.
And the Golden Flashes
See if we can
play
just get
this
the first
second
down
down
here.
a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They
This is
make
our
the
first
stop,
timeout.
and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
We've been running a lot of plays.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything
Mesh is your best
straightened
friend
out,
with
and they
bad
call their
teams.
first timeout.
The shorter
They'll
the
have
pass,
2
the better.
left to work with before the half. Finds a tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to
We run
find
the
an
same
easy
play.
completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Ooh,
Grab near the marker. It's Clark. Runs
Alright,
it
we get
all
out of
the
bounds
way
too,
down,
which is good.
almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together.
that
Now
was
let's go cap
not a
this thing
bullet at
off
all.
with a touchdown.
Such a weak
And he
throw.
goes out of bounds after a nice
I mean, he
pickup
completed
on
it,
that
so I
one.
can't complain too
Second
much.
down
He's
coming up on
throwing
this red
accurate
zone
passes.
opportunity. Back to throw, time running short in the half.
All right, all right.
Touchdown, Kent State.
Now,
And
can
they
we
add
stop
6
them
more
with
to the
like
board with
40
a trip to the
seconds? I
house.
don't know if that's going to be possible.
Man, that's exactly what this offense
do get the ball
needed
after
to do.
half.
You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping
Flying
for something
past him.
a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first
Go
half.
no deep passes and play the pass.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's
No
sharp.
tackle.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and
It's
it
actually
will
pretty
be
big that they didn't
second
get a
and
first
just
down.
a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass.
Guy just got destroyed.
Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down.
Oh,
Man, he will
man.
be thinking about that one.
I'm not gonna run man.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so
I don't-
eager to get
I don't think we
upfield
ever
once
can
they
run
have
man.
the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Guy just got flattened again.
Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A strike downfield. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout.
Alright, so they
And they
really
won't be able to
shouldn't
stop
be
the
able
clock
to.
again for the remainder of this half. Unleashes it. Rolls it in. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost
okay.
intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
I
Well,
guess
this
they're gonna-
offense has come out
they're gonna
lighting
try
it
to
up,
kick it.
throwing the football. They've had a lot of success.
Is this gonna
They
be too-
found
it's
guys
gotta be
wide
too
open.
far
They've been
for a
able to
Matt
make
kicker.
contested catches too. Finally, though, the defense right there able to go up and compete for a ball and knock it incomplete.
Okay, they
Can
didn't have
that
enough
give
power.
them the confidence they need here?
We got the
to slow
stop.
this passing game down for the rest
Barely.
of the
They
game?
had more time. They
We
were
are
marching down the
headed to
field just
halftime.
fine.
Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
All right, we got to lock in. Is the game frozen? No, we're good. There's just no games happening. So we're stuck here. There we go. We have
And
to
the
be able
Falcons will
to
line
get a
up to kick off
touchdown.
and start
That's
the
what it's
second
going to come
half.
down to. If we get a defensive stop and we can chew the clock. Oh, I
Let's see
should've
what
just
he
called a
can
fair
do
catch.
with the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to
We
get
got
this
established.
drive
We
underway.
got the running game
They
has
got
to
a lot
work. We
done
can't be
through the air
throwing
in
the
the
ball
first
the
half, and they
whole
might
half.
need even more
That
production
guy's got to
here in
hit
the
that
second.
block.
I
He
think
just
they will,
whiffed.
Reese, and I think this
That
is an
feels bad
offense
when
that
he
has
runs
proven
past the guy
they're
he
playing
should've
with good
blocked.
timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well,
Clark or
David,
nothing.
relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man in the middle.
We unfortunately
He's
have to
gonna
go
come
for
away
it.
A couple of yards short of the first down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's brought down, but not before
I
he
mean,
picks
if
up
they
the
can't
first
stop
down
it,
and a
if he's going to
gutsy
keep getting
call to
open,
keep
I'm
this
just going to keep
drive
running
alive.
that same play.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early.
He will have
We're gonna do this
55
all
catches at the end of the
long.
game.
Awesome execution on a critical down.
A little midweek
decided to run
action
backwards
keep
that
it going.
time, but-
Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And they're able to get him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly
That's-
up and
I mean,
make
he was
tackles,
open.
man, does your defense go to a different level.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the men.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Wow, it worked
On
again.
4th down, still going. He's got enough,
I
and
said,
they
we can't come
roll
up
the
empty
dice
in
on
this drive.
fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Can't believe he completed that
The
pass.
Golden Flashes have their offense in high gear. Oh, he's got a chance.
Fine, like
And
we
he
can
does
just
a
get
really
decent
nice
runs
job
like that. We can
finding
just be
open
chilling.
space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got
See if
8
Harris
on first
opens it.
down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Grabbed over the middle.
I don't know why he tried to catch it like
Knocked
that.
down at the 25
Ball was
yard
right in his
line.
chest
Picked
and he
up
jumped
10
up.
there and gets a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice
He's
job by
open.
the quarterback making the right read.
Get in!
Touchdown, Golden Flashes. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football,
We just need to
putting
stop.
it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all
Nerve-wracking.
the
I don't
time.
think we'll...
All of the
We
momentum,
did get a
all
stop
the
in the
good
first
juju
drive of
right
the
now,
game.
clearly on their
So
side.
it's theoretically possible.
Looking downfield on first down.
Oh my goodness. A
And the
sack.
pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling,
guess
going
pass. I'm
backwards.
gonna try to
They
not
get
mess
the
up
sack on
coverage
the
out
first
here.
play of the drive.
To the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Ridley.
3rd and 10.
Good, solid
It's
tackle.
a good spot.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
I mean, we got him. All right. See, I kind of missed it,
He'll
but
be stopped short of the line to
my
gain.
teammate helped
Needed
me out.
about 3 more on that
I
one.
covered the correct route. I'm getting a
The
little bit better at
Falcons send
that.
out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards.
He had a
Cover guys
crazy
do
good punt
their
return
job,
his
and they
first
get
time.
him stopped at the
It
22-yard
was like a
line.
40-yard return.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's King.
3 yards, we'll take it.
Just enough there to get it to the 25. They pick
We
up
are
2.
chewing the clock.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some run.
There we go. There we go.
There's some room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a
Oh, if
first
we can
down
run the
at
ball, that's going to be
43.
so helpful.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a crease. It's Baldwin. Picks up the first down.
All right, we're wearing them
He'll
out.
ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to
We're
run
not
it, right?
snapping it.
This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles.
We're a bit too close
just
to
so
the end zone for a
demoralizing
full
for this
5-minute
defense.
drive at this point,
This
but
game is
we can
decided
certainly
as
eat
we
some
check
time.
out the Week 11 scoreboard. Top
Because
12
then, in
teams the
theory,
country. Of course, all of these
we
teams
would
playoff
be able
contenders.
to score a touchdown here after wasting maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3,
This is when winning plays
and they
are
go down
made,
to
and
tie
we
it
start
or
right now in the fourth.
blow the game. And then we would have another opportunity
They
to
go
win
back
it at
to
the
work in
end.
the final period of this one. Keeping it on the ground with the running
The
back.
3. There we go.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
If I see underneath
Picked up
routes,
2
then we
yards
go
on
for
that
it.
last one. They need
It's
8
not
on 2nd
underneath.
down.
We don't look at it.
After run, now throw.
There we go. Catch it.
Working
Oh,
that
and a
left
first
side
down.
now.
Let's go.
They bring him down, but not before he's
Right back
able
to the
pick
run.
up
He's
the
20 for
first
21.
down.
He's crazy efficient,
And
but I've
the
also
Golden
only done
Flashes
easy
come
passes
to the
for him.
line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's King.
I should just get
Defense
known
right
to the
there
right.
to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Maybe try to pass here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's
Look for
2nd and
Harris
9.
or Etheridge.
Looking
Harris
to
is
fire.
open.
Oh, he makes the catch.
We'll take it.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I don't really want to do an
And the
RPO.
slant is really a difficult
we
route
stick
to
with the
defend against
halfback
if you're a
dive.
DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like
There we
that.
go, first down.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
This is some good
The clock has
Kent
stopped,
State
and we've
flash
reached the
football.
2-minute
They're going to start
timeout.
using timeouts.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Maybe they're not going to
He's
use a
brought
timeout.
down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop
Oh,
here.
we're getting a lot of time off the clock.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the
Oh
end
my
zone.
goodness, he almost broke through.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts.
Ooh!
Touchdown, Kent State! And they grab the
All right, they have a
advantage,
minute
taking the lead
18.
here in the
They have
fourth.
2 timeouts.
Man, how
We
about
actually
this
have to pay
offense
attention on
in
this extra
crunch
point.
time, doing what they do,
Make
getting
sure we
6
make
on
it.
the board.
When
Now,
you have
I
bad
turn to my
kickers,
defense
sometimes
right now.
sometimes
Say,
extra
"Boys,
points
we
go
need
awry."
One more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Ooh.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker
5
knocked it
minute,
right down the
47
middle.
second drive. A little nervous about maxing out the power fully, so he didn't shank it.
On the move from inside his 5.
All right,
Nice
he
job
took
by
it out.
the
He's at
kickoff
the
team.
16.
Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught.
I picked a different
Timeout
route,
taken
but that's
by
fine.
the
Short
offense
routes
as their
like that.
second.
Play the
And
pass.
now what will they come up with on this second down play?
I'm going to play the middle of the field out here.
Back to pass on second down.
Oh, what a
And he
play. The
can't
coverage.
get it off.
The
Taken
coverage sack.
down. What a huge
Cover
play
3.
this
I don't
late in
know
the
if
game.
that's good or not. We'll play on the right side here.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go.
Oh, look at that defense.
It's broken
And I
up.
actually
They
covered the
took a
correct route
shot,
because that
and
guy
he
was wide
equal
open.
to the challenge to knock it away.
So same thing,
Trailing
I'm on the
by
right
a
side,
possession,
looking
they
at,
need to
it's
keep
like
the ball. They'll try to
89 maybe.
convert on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it.
Oh,
Fires
he
to the
broke
middle.
open. That was a good route.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive
Switch to
going.
Tampa 2.
Objective 1, get the first down, stop the clock. Nice job. Now get up to the line.
So we're in a
quickly,
really
try to
good
save
spot
the
now. I'm
timeout
pretty
if you
happy
can.
with
They've got to move
the
quickly
comeback
here.
that we were able
Still
to
a
do.
chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes
Oh,
the
he got
heat.
a sack. Oh, they don't. That was
He
their last
sacked
timeout
this
too.
defense all over it.
Cover 4 drop, I
Now
think,
the offense
looks
will burn
like the most
their
coverage.
third and final timeout.
And then he's dropping
Now
back
they
into
are
coverage.
powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
So I'm just gonna go all the way back.
Under fire. Makes
My
the
guy's
grab
too
on
slow
the
to be
back.
able to get to
Trying
that,
to
but I
find
saw
some
that.
running room, but there was
halfback
none to be
opening
had,
up.
and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
All right, 4th and 5. Playing the pass.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Looking to the big
He's
tight
so
end.
open.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a
All right,
first
so they
down.
have to come down and spike
He's
it. And he'll
got
probably have
enough, and
one
they
play.
roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, they're gonna just have to snap it. They just lose. Let's go. 2 and 8.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't
95.5%
overhyped in this game.
accuracy
They
for
came out, they
Deontay
looked
Ruffin.
prepared, they were calm,
What a
definitely
beast.
confident, and David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard. In
Oh,
these
that was a
rivalry games with all
stressful
the
win.
emotions running so deep.
So that's 200 NIL that we get for that win, which is, oh, so nice for the fact that we actually have 0, I think, right now. We have 45, so we can upgrade twice. So we got the scouting for everyone but the kicker. We don't really need that. Honestly, offensive linemen are really difficult to recruit, so we're going to get to tier 3 and probably not do the 30 just because that's really expensive, but then we can focus on, to be honest, defensive linemen. Offensive and defensive linemen are always, like defensive tackles, particularly, are just, they never have interest in your team. But that's a massive win. Obviously, we're at 70% coach stability or coach, I don't know, getting fired. So we'll probably shot back up a decent amount, yeah. So winning that is super helpful. We accomplished 2 of the 3 goals. The one was one that we were never going to accomplish this year. Let's look at our very small board. We got the verbal commit, the 2 actual commits. It looks like we should be able to win him and doing pretty well on them. I think we can change to a hard sell and then look for some more people. So we'll put the hard sell on both of those guys, and then we only have 20 hours to recruit. I think we just look for some outside linebackers that maybe want to come. The 1-stars are always just like 40 overall, so they're actually, there's no point of trying to sign them. I mean, we can just start throwing some of these guys on and just offering them, even if we can't put many hours into them. And we can do the same with cornerbacks if there's... Yeah, see, this is like the problem you get to is like, you stop finding guys that are interested. But I guess we already put 4 guys on. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of 2-stars even that are interested at this point. Besides JUCOs, we don't need a JUCO. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can take this off him. And then we can at least get these guys, because we don't have any more NIL. So we'll offer them scholarships, but that's going to be all we can do for them. And I kind of want to make sure we secure the kicker, so I don't want to take the hours off of him. Same with the quarterback. We do have the verbal commit, so I think we can take the 10 hours off and just leave the hard sell on. And that gives us the ability to at least throw 5 hours into some of these guys. You gotta be thrifty with your hours. I'm curious next year if increasing my hours would be worth it. Buying that staff thing, it's quite expensive though, so probably not. We probably can't afford to do anything because I'd rather get, one prospect like we just did. As far as the quarterback, we should be able to secure pretty soon. So we did the hard sell on him, and we're losing out on him. I think we try to max his hours out. The rest of the guys we're doing, honestly, pretty decent on. Take this off and put 10 on. Thankfully, 2-stars aren't impossible to recruit because they're not very good. That's why they're 2-stars, but I'm trying to make sure we're as successful as possible. All these guys, we need hours for them. So we'll stick with 5 with this guy. And 5 for him. And even in the portal, if we have to go for 1-star players, which I don't know, I always forget if there's actually, like, I feel like there is 1-stars in the portal. But if we're able to get 2 stars, it looks like we lost again. That's going to be really good, even if they're going to be seniors, because that will elevate our overall of our team. We secure the 94 throw power quarterback, which is really nice. Looks like one of the linebackers we're going to lose out on, which is fine. 2-10. It can only get better, right? We can almost not for sure lose any more games. We have some more hours, so we'll throw it into the kicker here. We maxed out on him. We're in first place with him. He committed to Ball State, or verbally committed to Ball State. He verbally committed to Buffalo. So we'll take the hours off those guys so we can go harder after these fellas, and at least hard sell on one of them. Those guys, like, we have such low grades for everything. We don't have any good hard sells. I think we try that. Oh, it worked. All right. And then we can take this off and go with 10. Looks like we probably lose out on that guy. But we can throw the extra 5 hours on and see what happens. I mean, we got our quarterback. We got a couple of receivers. So that's big. We're going to probably lose out on the kicker because we can't compete with that. But yeah, we got blown out against Kent State when he visited. But 94 throwing power, good accuracy, 85 speed. So insanely good prospect for what we would normally be able to find. So I'm really excited to be able to see what his development thing is. Hopefully it's at least impact. But even normal development with 94 throw power, I mean, he's already has as much throwing power as we need. So thank goodness. Oh yeah, we need to get. Let's see. Oh, they're both want money. We don't have those. He's an elite recruiter at level 15. I don't think so. But we can only hire coaches that are free. We did get 50 NIL back. The kicker went to Wake Forest, which is fine. Our kicking situation isn't actually too bad. Looks like we're probably going to lose out on him. Oh, that worked all right. So we probably lose out on those guys, to be honest, because we don't really... I mean, we could offer them NIL. I suppose that could be the difference as well. Since we have some, we can try to secure just more players. And we are going to get some NIL back from the Bowling Green win. So we can splurge with 5 NIL on some of these guys. See if it makes a difference next week. We are, unfortunately, snubbed from the college football playoffs this year. Apparently a 2-10 MAC team with only one conference win is not good enough to get an automatic bid. And what I'll do is I'll get through one like off season as well. So we'll get ready for the next year. Anyways, I wonder if Ruffin made the Heisman. He did have a game with 96% completion over an upset win over a MAC team, so he might be in here. He might win the Heisman year one.
I'm Chris Fowler inside the Tiburon Theater. We're so proud every year to be able to bring you Heisman Trophy Night. The most impactful handoff of the season is just moments away now. And one of these guys will become the 90.
So we are snubbed, unfortunately, from the Heisman. Hate to see it. Let's look at early signing day to see. We'll take the guys off that hate us because they ain't us. I mean, honestly, both those guys, we're not going to win on them, and there's no point. So, extremely small class, but let's see. At least impact? Oh, he's normal. He's got decent mentals, though. But for us, let's see. Did we get any impact? Probably not. We only got a couple of guys. But, you know, 94 throwing power. I don't care what development stat he has. That's so nice for us. And you saw what I was able to do with a guy with 77 throwing power. Imagine having 17 more off the rip. We could find a motivator. Could do just another recruiter. I kind of honestly feel like in this first round of coaching, we try to find a recruiter. I guess it doesn't really matter what offense they like to run. But at least, like, as they develop, so, like, a guy like this doesn't have anything, really. But, like, he'll get bonuses as we sign prospects, which is, he'll be able to... It'll allow us mostly next year to scout well. And probably, honestly, do a tactician. Motivator could be nice as well. And it does not matter what offensive, defensive coordinator. 7. I mean, yeah, I think we do that. Because, like, the tactician, I feel like you go once you have an established team and you're trying to kind of bump them up to the next level. We are as established as a dog turd in the backyard, so we are not really worried about competing. We need to get players, and we need to develop them. I'm very glad I put Louisiana Monroe on my team. That being one of our 2 wins. So we don't really need to worry about the sway, because I really wish that wasn't tier 2. That one's something I never use. Let's see if we get both our boys. We got a recruiter, we got a motivator. I think typically, if you're a recruiter, it's good to get a tactician and a motivator as your coordinators, so you have the distribution. If you're going for, like, the free guys, obviously, if you're in, like, Alabama, you can just get, like, a program builder, you know, get the insane ones that are super high levels. Then, yeah, it becomes nice. But at our level, it does not matter. Hard to really call this first season a success. The only thing that was successful is that we did get a couple of fast receivers, which is always nice. And we did get a really good throwing power quarterback. Honestly, he's like a dual threat. Like, his stats just look really nice. So I'm very excited about him being on our team. He'll probably honestly just be our starter, unless his overall is extremely low. Could also redshirt him, but we'll have to see what kind of we'll see how our quarterbacks develop. Most likely going to lose a lot of players. So we got 625 dynasty points. So we have actually quite a lot for the portal. Let's see. So we have a lot of guys that want to leave. Our whole team, basically. I would like to keep Harris if we can. It looks like he is not gonna... We'll offer him what he expects, but not really going to be able to do much. All right, what's nice with a guy like this, because we have no NIL on these players, if we give them 10, they're guaranteed to stay. So it's actually pretty cheap for us. It's the luxury of being a bad team. What is his? I feel like we have two. We're going to look at our kickers here in a second before I start offering that man NIL. Yeah, we'll have to see which kicker we want to offer. And then if they're... I feel like we'll get him. And then I'm not worried about a 6-foot junior. Tommy, he's from my hometown. That's funny. I wonder if he went to my high school. But some of these guys, if they're on here, we'll throw them a little bit. Because it's hard to replace a whole roster. We don't need him. So yeah, we have 3 kickers that we need to... I mean, that one that's 63 overall is certainly not going to be who we keep. And then... Alright, so let's go look at our kickers before we decide who we want to keep. So his power is 82, the other guy's 82, and he's more accurate, so we will be keeping Shawn Leonard. And he's younger too, so we'll throw him a nice 10 NIL. We're not worried about doing any facility upgrades. We could upgrade to a competitive facility. I feel like that's actually kind of worth, to be honest. So we still have 130 NAL, which should be enough to get us through the portal, since we're going to be focusing on people that don't want any. Getting that upgrade is going to be nice for the future of our game. Still nothing that we want to spend on yet. Alright, we'll move to next week, see who's all leaving. We probably lose our receiver, unfortunately, but we can't really afford to throw our whole NIL budget into one person. So he's not coming back, which is fine. We only have 2 persuasion chances, so we're going to be able to get him. Don't worry about the low overall people. Yeah, so we went 2-10, as you can see. So we're in the off season now. We did a facility upgrade and used most of our NIL budget for that. And now we're going to try to see if this guy wants to come back. He has not been persuaded. So, yeah, now we got to go into the portal. But we're bad. We lost a lot of players, which a lot of them were low overall. But thankfully, we're able to keep a lot. I think this is actually, it's the most fun offseason is the first one, because it's where you can really, because I didn't recruit many high schoolers, so we can go really hard in the portal and get a lot of 2-stars. I doubt we had anyone drafted. So we have 290 NIL, which for a small school like this is pretty sufficient to be able to get. So like here, we're battling for this 2-star high schooler. We're just going to take him off the board. So we got 3 high schoolers. And that's kind of by design. We certainly could have done more. But we got our 94 throwing power, decent accuracy. I'm really curious what his overall is going to be. He might actually be our best, and a 95 and a 93 receiver. So we spent more time scouting. Now, when we're here, we have 300 hours, which is not a lot. And, I mean, we could go for a lot of 1-stars. Yeah, so it's like, at least for the high schoolers, we got quality instead of quantity. Here, we're going to need to go for quantity for sure. And so, honestly, I don't mind going for just using the recommended and using that. Because then we can get some guys. Brandon Hill's coming from Akron, stealing them from the MAC. So, like, these guys are juniors. So, like, they're not going to be like a high school overall. It's not even recommending us. I like how it recommended us a 4-star. We literally don't have enough. We don't have NIL to give. But you know what we should do is just search by height. Get some 5'6". That's crazy. Stats for transfers, even if they got 2 tackles, the overalls will go up in training. Yeah, for sure. But like, this guy's a 6'5" speedster. So we're not going to go that. Like, we got enough receivers right now. But yeah, that's the one thing that's nice with transfers versus high schoolers is they get that off-season training boost. So we're going to focus on the 1-stars just so we can get as many prospects as we can. And then keep slowly trying to build to the point where we're able to get any amount of, I guess if we search that way, we can find. This is where we want to get a volume of people in our team. So a lot of edges that want to come to our school, which is nice. We need the bodies. You're not wrong. We got a couple of high schoolers that we can develop, and now it's like we just need anyone. But honestly, a lot of the 2-stars can be really good. No, we don't need. All right, so look here, offensive or outside linebackers. So nobody's interested. He's from Alabama. So like that's how you kind of know a 2-star can actually be decent is like any player from that's going to be on Alabama's team is going to be decent. We still have a lot of spots open as well, which is nice. And like this guy's from Ohio State. And that's kind of another thing that you can do as well is you just look at like he came from Kansas, you know, Washington State even. Like these guys are coming from really good schools. And so you know it's like Delaware, maybe he's all right, but I'd rather go for, you know, West Virginia or Colorado. Like you have these guys from these really good schools. Let's go back to 2-stars. But it's like Oregon, like Kansas, even Louisville. Like you have these guys that are, we're not going to put him on the board because we're going to put some free safeties on there. Like Ball State or Boston College, like who would I rather have? Probably the guy from Boston College, even though they're pretty even. UNLV, probably not that good, but like Vanderbilt could be decent. And then Texas Tech. because they're all juniors. That's the thing, is like they're done developing, so you get 1 year from them. And so what my goal is obviously to get bodies into the into the door. But this is where we'll splurge, give them the NAL. We'll give every person 5 on their NAL and make sure that we can offer in this first. We're not going to scout or anything. And then as we get better at, like, get more hours in the high schoolers, we can start trying to get more gems, or just at least guys with speed, and just keep kind of filling out our high school board more and more. But there's not really any point of getting 1-star high schoolers because they're so low overall that they're literally just there for, like, just so you can say you have a full roster. But they're so low overall that it's so difficult. They just never develop because it would take them 10 years. I don't know why there's so many edges that wanted to come to our school, but I'm not gonna complain. It's nice to have anyone that is interested in us at all. And then we'll focus on the 2-stars to put hours into them, and just hope as many of the 1-stars as we can will be interested, just because we're offering them any NIL. I think if we get more than 20 total prospects, I'd be happy. Obviously, if we got a full 35 class, that would be unrealistic and insane, but I think getting, what would we have, 3 from high school? Getting 17 of these guys, I think is pretty possible. I believe. And after taking care of all of the scholarships in this first week, we're going to give, I mean, all the hours that we're losing right now, we're going to get back too. So we'll be able to go pretty hard next week. Mikel Dingle Jr. Guy's an awesome name. All right, so we're going to search by national rank. He's number 6 in Hawaii. So we're trying to put 10 hours into every one of the 2-stars at least. But our biggest benefit is that we can make them interested with some NIL. So we can do this with 8 more guys. I think that should cover most of the 2-stars that we put on our board. Yeah. And then we can just throw 5 into, what, 8 more of these guys. You gotta be thrifty. We're basically, we're searching the value bin for players. 1-star juniors. Dingle Jr. is going to be a superstar next year for us. They better love the 5 NIL because they're not going to get anything from anyone else probably. They will love it. They don't have a choice because nobody else wants them. We want them. We want the bodies. We're like a morgue. We want as many bodies as possible in the door, no matter what shape that they're in. All right, let's see how the boys are looking. All right, number 1, number 2. Oh, we didn't even put any hours in them. That's a 1-star. We're going by national rank first. Second. All right, we can start being more aggressive with this guy. First, if they're first, I think we just leave them. I think linemen are always really hard to recruit, so we're going to hard sell him and set up a visit for next week. And throw this extra 10 hours. Will he be worth it? Almost certainly not, but it's really hard to get offensive linemen. I think we just send a house. John Ashford. All right, we're second on him. I think we just do 10. We look for someone else that's second. All right, Dingle wants to come here. That's what only prospect we need to make our team a superstar. College football playoffs next year. All right, some of these guys will put 10 in if we're kind of running low on hours. All right, these guys didn't put any hours in and we're first on, which is really nice. And then Beasley will give 5 as well. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. We're first on a lot of these guys' boards. See if we get any recruits. The 2-star lineman we went really hard after. I've seen a lot of first places, which is still good. Alright, so we're close to getting him, which is nice. We're losing out on him. So we're going to adjust some hours around. We're going to do a hard sell. Cornerbacks are also pretty hard. I feel like receivers are the easiest position to get to commit. Alright, we're still first on these guys. Oh, I think we just lose out on him. Although nobody else set up a visit. We're the only one committed to this man. And he still doesn't love us. The rest of these guys don't even have scholarship offers, which is really nice. So I unfortunately think we're just going to stand pat on most of these guys. What I'm hoping is that next week we get a couple of hard commits to open up some hours. Maybe we'll get 10 and we'll be able to really go hog wild for the last week. No, we didn't get I didn't get a single hard commit. Oh, it's brutal. I didn't think we were gonna get 10, but I mean, hoping for like 1. I mean, playing time he's mad about, but we're literally the only person that's offered him a scholarship. So I think we should win him by default. Alright, so we're in first place. Looks like we might lose out on him. Should win on the deal breaker receiver. Kind of regardless. I think we probably lose out on him. I think we're going to take him off the board. It looks like that they set up a visit, so that's going to cook us. I'm not really worried about Ashford, if we get him or not. Same with him. We have 50 hours now, so we have a good amount to play around with. But a lot of these guys that don't have any hours in, we're already on first place on. Oh, we don't need to go here. So with the 50 hours, what we could do is look back at the transfer portal. Let's see, we're first. I don't think there's anything more we can do for this. Oh, we can schedule a visit. All right, that makes it. We stand pat on the rest. We're going to look for one more 1-star. I guess maybe a quarterback. We didn't see if there's any 1-stars interested. Just for the year. I would go for the transfer sophomore. Pure runner, so he'll probably have really bad throwing stats, but doesn't even have a scholarship offer. So we don't even need to offer him NIL. So we're 25 hours into him. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these guys we're going to just get. I guess like a visit's probably not worth. We can just put the hours in. And then throw the extra 5 into him. I feel pretty good. I feel like we're going to get more than 20. I think that's a pretty realistic goal. So we might have a class of between 20 and 25, I think would be on the high end. We should get a good amount of them, though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wish this screen went faster. 7, 8, 9. Got Dingle. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we're doing well. 16, 17, 18. So we're over 20 now. 19, 20. We have 23 total. 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh my goodness, we're getting all of them. 25, 26, 27. We're actually gonna. We have more than 30. 28. Did we get every single one? 20, 29. So we got 32 out of 30. So we lost out on, it looks like 2 or actually just 3 guys. That's a fantastic transfer portal class for us. We have guaranteed college football playoff next year. All of the 1-stars. We have so many coach points now. So we got the starting interest from the offensive line. We're not worried about the portal yet. We're going to bump this one up to tier 3. And we could bump. I feel like receivers are easy to recruit, so we'll do this for the defensive backs. All the difficult positions. Quarterbacks are relatively difficult, but it is just one position. Defensive backs are nice because it covers cornerbacks, free safeties, safeties. So we do have some of the other skill trees that we could go into. We'll get everything to tier 3 for the recruiting, and then we'll worry about trying to go into other positions. I think I made it casual progression for the coach. No, I did career, so I could have been going even faster. That's all right. Oh wait. we don't need a blueprint. So misclick. Let's go into the position changes. 80 overall. Like, that's a 2-star. Actually, I don't know. Maybe he was already there. But yeah, we got some dudes now. Quarterback room, pretty bad. Although I think 75 is not bad for the kind of level that we're at. Ruffin was the guy who had the really good accuracy last year. I don't think his throwing power is going to be good enough to be serviceable. Ethan, we just got from the portal. I think we're actually good with, yeah, no one's crazy fast there where we could transfer him to another position. All these guys are fine there. We have a lot of receivers. We got a star senior and an impact. So that's pretty nice. And he's 95 speed. So like that's like 2 stars are busted. Like when your team's bad, you can't go wrong with it. We'd like to see if we have any oversized. So JT Beasley here, 87 speed, 6'3", 205. He might be a tight end. He's also 93 speed as a truth. So yeah, that's a really nice recruit. It is so nice to get fast recruits because it's so expensive. We're gonna make him a tight end. And then, does he transfer to any position well? Comes a 71 running back. I think we can throw him there since he's a senior. Yeah, our slowest receiver is 86, which honestly, for being where we're at, is actually not too bad. Might change one more guy to being a tight end. He's 6'2", and he has 93 speed. Could be a nice tight end for us, but this guy is 6 foot, which is not as tall as you would like for a tight end. I think we still make him a tight end. We have enough tight ends for now. Lyman got a lot better. We have good depth. Good depth. That's like the best part about getting a big class like we did, is even if a lot of them are going to be gone next year, like we have 50,000 linebackers now, and so we can, especially the seniors, move to whatever position is going to be useful for us. Comes a 74 cornerback. All right, we have to come back to them. Let's look back at the edges. So he's already a 78, and he's a 72. So I think we'll make him whatever edge he's not right now. So he's a left edge. We'll move him over to right. Look at our cornerback room. So we actually have 1,000 cornerbacks. And again, none of them, like 85 speed, not great, but serviceable. He has elite development. You can get crazy development traits, even though they're seniors. Like, it's whatever as far as them being there for a while. But we have so much depth. Make him a Sam linebacker. Yeah, we're doing well. So he becomes a 78 edge. That's pretty good. That jumps up 8 overall. And then this guy's also a senior, so where can we move him? Put him on the right edge. See if he does better in any other position. Not really. I don't think he has great speed to be a back. Yeah, it's only 78 speed. But I think we'll make him a Sam linebacker. His overall stays the same, so it kind of disperses them a little bit better. Free safeties. Yeah, we just have fantastic depth everywhere, which is just so nice. So, like, we should get someone to develop somewhere. We did get an athlete. Oh, a dual threat? Oh, this is our quarterback. Becomes a 70 overall. 69 as a freshman. That's not bad. He won't be good enough to start this year, but yeah, that's really nice. 85 speed. Let's see. Does he become good at any position? He's 83 speed. He's a decent running back, but if he was a little bit faster, we can't waste his talent though at the tight end position. That sort of throwing power. All right, so we're definitely, I mean, from where we started, 2-10, problems probably. I didn't even really look at our roster just because like every position is terrible. I mean, we're 2-10, so it's not like not where we were flux with talent. Now this is the fun part. It takes a while because I turned manual progression to where there's no penalty for me doing it. Oh yeah, this guy was hurt most of last year. Should he? So his throwing power is only 82. But we can get his accuracy up at least. So that's pretty good. Throw the IQ up a little bit maybe. So I mean, a 79 for us is pretty decent. So almost guaranteed that he'll be our starter. Deontay Ruffin. Oh, he is. He is rough. Rough for sure. Let's put 2 points in the throwing power. He's kind of maxed out from where he could be. He only gets up to 80 throwing power. He's kind of skill capped out. Ethan Washington. Yikes, his throwing power is really bad too. So, might be better just to move him to another position, but honestly, probably would have been better just to put some in quickness and then just change his position next year. Comes a 70 though, so could be worse. Is this guy a senior? No, he's a sophomore. His throwing power is also horrendous. I think we got to throw one at throwing power. He's not going to play much anyway. So I don't think he will be in our future, but you never know. And 79 throwing is like, this is so bad. But at least if we get the, every time we upgrade or get to skill cap, I think our one coordinator gets a bonus. So I'm excited for the, let's actually look back and see the other part, if we can look at our roster. So we can't even see our one player yet. So once we finish the training boost, we'll have to look at our, hopefully our freshman has good skill caps. So 90 speed, like we got, I'm surprised how good a speed that we have. I feel like a lot of rebuilds I've tried to do, getting anyone with speed is really difficult. He becomes serviceable. And that's all we need. We need serviceable. 78. Not bad. Not bad. Gonna get close to maxing out everything but power and quickness. Yeah, he's gonna be maxed out. Yeah, we'll take it though. We will take it. Hey, mate, we'll just throw another one in speed, you know, 92 speed, why not? Could have got elusiveness up a little bit, but he's a senior, so we don't really need to worry about that as much. We'll throw one into speed for him too, 85. I typically don't do that, but I feel like it might be helpful to not have guys that are so god-awful slow. Even if it's super expensive. It's like 87, I feel like that's good enough to where we can focus on other categories. So he jumps up quite a bit. He has really nice skill caps as well. When the elusiveness, you can get that up high. Yeah, he jumps up a ton. So when they have good skill caps and elusiveness, then they can get up a lot. Like he'll get above 70 probably, but not much more. Actually, like not at all. He'll basically be like 71 at the most. I get close to 72. Yeah. But like the other guy, that Armentrout, he has really good elusiveness skill cap still, and he's a sophomore, so he has 2 more years to pump those up. So he should get above an 80 almost assuredly. And his speed is really bad. He's a freshman, so he has a lot of years to develop. So we put one into speed. Only gets him, doesn't even really increase his speed. Just kind of troll, but throw one into there. And everything else into elusiveness. So we've put another point in speed next year. He should hopefully jump up to an 85, which I feel like is just kind of the minimum that you need. He's kind of maxed out with most things, so we're going to throw one into speed. And then put the rest in IQ. When my team's this low overall, I don't really worry about the physical traits. I feel like just getting their ratings just as good as possible. Unless they're like already crazy high. This guy will be our #1 receiver almost assuredly. He's at 85. That's really nice. So he shoots way above that guy. 95 speed, 85 receivers. Actually crazy good. This is just the first season, so the first off season. Hence why I'm worried about guys that are 85 overall. So Etheridge has got 90 speed, so he's pretty good there. We're going to pump up his catching. And then we'll put one in elusiveness, so he actually becomes our #2. Or I guess he's tied with him. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with how our team is, how we're developing. Throw one in speed for him. Really expensive to do, but it's an investment, although I don't know what year he is. I should probably look at that. It's a sophomore. Okay. It's a good investment. Yeah, that's right. That's where I got that from. Bordeaux was talking about it, but I remember before he even like really recommended, he was just, I think maybe one of the first years, and he was just like, these guys are randomly good, and I was like, and I noticed that as well when I went after some. Sometimes you get like guys that are, I mean, like that receiver is a transfer, is 85 overall. And for a team that's, you know, like us, really bad. I feel like we put one into speed for him since he's a freshman. But that's where I'm trying to figure out like the best way to kind of improve these guys for the future years. Obviously, if they're seniors, a lot of times you're not worried about throwing a point in speed, but if they have years to develop or if they have obviously really bad skill caps, then you can put a lot into speed and it makes sense. We'll max out his blocking though. Oh, Malachi was a 4-star, so yeah. Ends up being really nice. And that's the other thing I've noticed with the 2-stars as well. When you're looking at them, going for guys that started out, so we can look at Malachi. Going for guys that came from higher level schools also makes them, looks like he went to Wisconsin. So he came from Nebraska, so I wonder if he transferred from Nebraska to there because it only has one season of stats. But having someone that came from a bigger school like Wisconsin or Nebraska, you kind of know that they're going to be a better prospect or at least have a higher likelihood of just being a higher overall and having better development traits and stuff like that. Versus going from like a 2-star from Troy, like they're probably not going to be as good. Let's get this guy's catching up. So our team is like a 66, I think, across the board, or at least pretty close. I guess we're basically what our overall is now is what it was last year. It didn't really change in the off season, but we should be pretty close. I would say above a 70 is very possible. We'll turn into tight end. Getting a lot of good tight ends is really, really easy to do. You see like physical route runners or contested catch guys that have good height and decent weight. You just move them over. It's like he's a junior, but he's 6'3", 200 plus pounds already, 87 speeds. Like it's just gonna make the tight end room a lot better. Greedy possession, that's a good archetype for tight ends. So we moved him over. An 87 overall freshman. That's crazy. Redshirt freshmen can get up really, really high if they have like elite development. Let me max out his hands first. And then with the route running finished. So I think, he's a sophomore. So like some of these guys, we have years to develop them as well, assuming they don't want to leave. And he's like 80 speed, but like that's what's nice is like you get a slow receiver. They're just a tight end. They're just an average speed tight end. Was he a 5? I would imagine that guy was probably a 5-star. 5-stars are really hard to get in the portal. I feel like until you become like an Alabama level school where you can throw, max out their NIL, then they can kind of get them. But I feel like it's hard to give them until you're like an insanely good school as far as like the amount of NIL you're able to give them. Which I guess is realistic in a sense. Alright, so Meadows here gets up to 79. He's a junior too, so we'll have him for a second year. I always feel like increasing the lead block has a pretty high impact on their overall. A 4-star transfer as an 80, that is actually kind of, you would think he'd be a 5-star if he was a freshman transfer with that high of an overall. guy will be a good backup for us. See, what year is he? Freshman, so get his IQ up in the lead block. Should be pretty decent. Might get to, I don't think he gets to 70. That's, no, his awareness is already kind of maxed out, but I mean, for a third string left tackle that's a sophomore, he'll be a solid little backup for us. Just try to get these guys as high as overall as we can. I don't know if the lead block actually is like important for blockers to be good, but I do notice it has a pretty, when it has that for the IQ, it does kind of shoot up their overall pretty quick, which is quite nice. So like for seniors, Nas Rackin. How much NIL did you have to offer him, or was he wanting in the portal? And so many of those guys want like 300. Well, I mean, unless you're, it starts to get a little bit easier to get them, because if you're a really high level school, 180. Yeah, so then it's like, if you're a lower level school, you kind of have to go to like 300 probably to like increase its interest. So it just becomes quite rough. We'll put 1 point into there. I guess we'll have to put a lot of points into there. Is this guy a senior? He's a junior, so I guess the footwork isn't crazy important for the linemen, so we'll put some of the strength. Unless it freezes. There we go. I mean, we're starting to get everyone above a 70, which for Kent State in the first offseason is pretty nice. I should probably check to see what... Okay, sophomore. So the skill caps are pretty good. We're just going to put everything into IQ. I think we put one into power since he's young. He wanted 505. Yeah, some guys, they just make it so absurd. And I had my buddy had a rebuild, and he offered a dude over 1,000 NIL to stay, and he still left. So it's just like sometimes they just are going to leave, and the game just makes it impossible. Like even if you offer them an absolute absurd amount, I think he went to the draft. So I think when guys have that pro potential, sometimes they aren't going to come back. Number 6'7". His overall was, it used to be, I might have jumped up above a 67. Max out his lead block. $72. Pretty nice jump. He's a sophomore as well, so that's really nice. So we get his IQ max, and so the rest of the years he'll just be maxing out blocking. It like shoots up their overall. The awareness plus lead block combination for the IQ is always the best. Notice this guy, he's a junior as well. So it's like this first offseason, it's always massive to just get as many players in and see what you can develop. And you can really just see the pieces that you're going to have in future years that you're going to be able to keep developing. But I love doing the mana progression myself because you can really just facilitate having players that are just going to be better. I think we'll put one into strength for him since he's third string. We're 100 away from 1K. That's awesome. Yeah, when YouTube started doing shorts and I started putting my lifts, my like training lifts on those, that's when I went from like 380 subscribers up to, I got to 1,000 pretty quick from there. But it was mostly just because shorts were so new at that point that if you were just posting a short, it got a ton of, it added, like, the views, honestly, if you look at like my shorts now, they didn't really change as far as the amount of views, but I'd get so many subscribers from them, from just every video that I would post. And it's nice with the kind of stuff, you know, most of my stuff's just training and lifting, and for me that is really easy to edit into a short because it's just one, you know, lift that I'm doing. But it's also really, it's like a good short as well because it's a, you know, 10-second lift or, you know, 10-second video. And for me it was kind of nice on two fronts. Oh yeah, it's so much better. um what was nice with the shorts is that if I had a good lift, or like let's say that like I hit a 90% lift, like I don't want to just post that like the full video on my main channel. And um what's this? But whatchamacallit, it's became really nice because if I had a good lift that I was happy with from like a particular training session, I didn't have to post it on my main feed and kind of have that cluttered. So then it made my videos just better in general because my main training videos that had everything where I was talking about training or whatever, those weren't getting cluttered by, you know, a random 90% snatch or something that I did. So it made everything just kind of flow better in that regard. So I've really liked shorts in that regard. I don't really watch a lot of shorts. I'll scroll through them sometimes, but there is a lot of slop now, and I think that's probably what was different before when I initially started doing them off the rip, was that they performed well because there wasn't all of this, the AI slop as integrated. They did start throwing slop out there pretty quick. A lot of times what I saw when shorts first came was that people would just repost TikToks and reels, and it was really low quality because people were just trying to get volume out. But people started to figure out the algorithm, and so they were able to cheese it. So it's, for me, it's like shorts still perform well. Yeah, like that's how I've always treated YouTube. Like the only time I'll randomly click on a short, sometimes shorts are nice if you need a short amount of information. And that's where sometimes if like I have something wrong with my car and I need to figure out how to, like I have a weird battery in my car and I always forget how to change it because it's obnoxious. But um, it's nice to have a short for that. But like a lot of those were just regular videos that were 15 seconds long that got automatically turned into shorts. So like there can be nice stuff with that. And if it's already like someone you're subscribed to, sometimes their shorts are fine because it's already content that you are going to be interested in anyway. But just like the shorts feed in general, because I've mostly just not even, I guess, research. Sometimes you just scroll through it, or at least I do. Um, but it's interesting to see like how bad the content is in it. And it makes me realize that like even if I only ever post like a random lift that I do, not that like my lifts are super high quality, but just having a normal video is already just a unique thing. And for me, it's like I'm already gonna lift weights anyway. That's kind of always been my philosophy. Hey, I appreciate you coming by and talking. I hope you have a good day, and good luck with the good subs, or getting the 100 subs to get to 1,000. Hopefully you have the watch hours and stuff up too, so you can get monetized, all that good stuff. But yeah, getting to 900, I mean it's a good progress anyway. But yeah, once I do the mana progression, then I'm gonna be popping off as well. Oh, wait, play recognition. Unstop me. NDSU, yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I would say probably Arkansas, just because I got my master's degree from there. But I like the NCAA game. But that's what's kind of nice is I don't really have like a one favorite team. So I don't have allegiances. I did some with Akron just because that's where I got my first college credits from, and I'm from that area. But they're always terrible, so it's hard to be a fan of a fan of such a terrible team. This guy's really slow. I think we'll put one into here. And the rest into IQ. Hey, 66 isn't very good, but we got an 82 senior. As far as the mat goes, I think we'll have a much more... Oh, this guy's skill caps are insane. But everything in the run stopping, though. So he gets up to an 85. And what's also nice with getting the overalls up is now that dude is potentially going to get drafted, which obviously helps to build your program. This guy's skill caps are horrendous. Is he a transfer? Yeah. Saeed Hamida? I don't know. A very Islamic sounding name. Hey, at least a 70. I mean, for a rental, for a guy that's going to be there for a year. Yeah, what's this guy? He's a redshirt freshman. He has got absolutely horrendous skill caps, but we'll put one into speed at least. So, I mean, he'll get a little bit of speed every year just because there's nothing really else to upgrade with him. And they got block shedding, tackle, pursuit, and agility all in one. Helps their overall a ton. Like, that's nice for some things, but throw some into finesse. So he ends up being pretty decent too. He's a senior though, so at least our tackling gets better. So he starts out as a 74. Doesn't have a lot of skill caps, or skill points, I should say. The run stop will help. Throw a couple into there. And got him up to 78. That's pretty good for only having 16 skill points. He's got 20, so he'll get up and be pretty similar, assuming he has got decent skill caps. I think we just throw everything into run stopping. So yeah, he got up to 78 as well. When you have the skill caps for the tackling, that helps the defensive players so much. I'm very happy with how the recruiting went. We obviously have a lot of seniors and stuff, but our team is so much better. And we have a surprising amount of guys that are still going to be able to be with our team next year, which is nice. They're not literally all seniors. This guy, is he a junior? Yeah, so we have him for another year. He's already up to 74 or 76. We have a lot of defensive tackles as well. We have really good depth this year, which is really nice. All right, his run stopping's maxed out. See power rusher. Let's throw some into there. I guess he's a junior. He doesn't really have a lot of time to develop, but that's all right. He might get close to 70. Oh yeah, he definitely gets up to there. Pretty nice. 72 from like a 66. And if they don't leave, then we'll have some nice depth for next year as well. Oh, he's already, it glitched out, put us in the wrong person. So he's a redshirt freshman. So he probably will get a 2, close to a 70, if not above it. Yeah, the run stopping is just shooting his overall up. And one more into there. So he jumps up a bunch, which is nice. 70 overall as a senior. It's only 17 skill caps. Probably maybe get up to 73 if we're lucky. It's not bad. Probably better than what we had before. They don't have a ton of skill points, but that's alright. Percy. So I guess the rest of his career he'll just get faster. Which honestly wouldn't be the worst. Could also do power, but most likely we'll try to improve speed. His acceleration is actually really nice for being as slow as he is. He's only a sophomore too, so really has 2 more years to, but at least he'll get above, probably get above 80 speed. So he'll have 2 more years as a senior. He should have above that. One more point in there, and then the rest will put in the tackling. His skill caps are actually pretty nice. I think he's a sophomore as well. Yeah, so he should develop really nice. $16. Can we get him to 80? Does not look like it. That did get him to 77 though. $78's not bad for as few skill caps as he had. He's a 6 to 9. Young Black Goat. It's a crazy last name. Pump up his tackling though. So he gets to a 71. He's a junior. So like, if we keep any of these guys, some of them have really nice abilities to have one more good year for us as well, which is just super nice. Because they're not going to be expensive NIL wise. And we have enough of them to where They can't all they can't all leave us. So it should allow us to target a lot of 2-stars in the transfer portal next year to really kind of pump up our roster. And we should start being able to get some 3-stars, which will be really nice for development purposes. He should get a... Oh, he has 38. Elite develop. Yeah, this guy's going to be a stud. And he has 2 in tackling. He might get high enough to get drafted. No, only 81. It's close. I feel like 83 is the lowest I've seen someone get drafted. But for our team at 81, it's a superstar. What year is he? Is he a senior? Okay, I'll say his skill caps are real nice, but just for this year. 77 though, we'll take it. Our depth is just so nice as well. Like, I don't think we'll have to play really any 60 overall people. What year is he? He's a senior as well, so... We don't have enough for quickness, but there's no point of putting it in if he's a senior. He's a junior. So if he stays for next year, we should be able to get him above a 70. Oh, 100% we'll be able to get him above a 70. Still has more to go into tackling, and that always has the biggest impact on all these guys. I guess if they're lurkers, the pass coverage does. What year is he? He's a sophomore. So we'll put one into speed. Skill caps are really low, so it's not even really that much of an issue. So it could be decent. Most likely be a backup his whole career if he stays, but we'll take what we can get. Star development on the senior cornerback. That's fantastic. Should be able to max out his coverages. So he actually might get high enough overall to get drafted. 83, he's right on the cusp of it. That's fantastic. I'm sure he was better than any corner that we had last year. Unless he wasn't here last year. I'm not sure where he came. Maybe he was here. Like I said, I didn't really look at my roster because I knew we were going to be bad. He's a senior as well, so we're not going to worry about speed. So he should get above an 80 as well. Yeah, 81. So we have two 80-plus corners. And they both have good speed as well. Team's really turning out. I mean, we could be... I would say the goal next year is definitely to make a bowl game. I'd be surprised with the level of team that we have in the MAC that we can't. I think we just put one in speed because it's just hands and tackling, and that's fine and dandy, but plus he's a junior, so we should be able to, if he stays, get a lot more, basically all the rest of his skill caps filled out, unless he doesn't get that many hours. He's a senior as well. Maybe just try to pump up his coverage. We could put one in speed, but $75's not bad. like we have basically anyone that's going to be on the field for us is going to be above a 70, which is really nice for the MAC. Put 1 point in there because sometimes when they're at the lowest level, it jumps up a bit. He's a senior as well. We'll keep upgrading until it goes to 5, and then put the rest in the man coverage till it goes to 5. And then put 1. Oh, we don't have any more for there. I guess hands. The rest will go into hands. Yeah, and he's 76. Like the portal made our team a lot better. Oh, he's already upgraded. He was, what, a 69, so he's jumping up quite a bit. I don't think he hit 75 with just catching improving. Yeah. But I mean, we'll take it. 74, and he's like our 7th string guy. So he's young, he's a sophomore. So we're going to throw 1 into speed for him. And to be honest, we'll just give him a couple of tackling since it's... His overall should jump up a lot next year. He's also, yeah, redshirt freshman. So we'll throw 1 into speed for him. And then just keep the rest in tackling. So these 2 guys in the wings, we didn't put anything in the coverage, which would probably got them both over 70. He's a sophomore as well, so if he has a speed 1, perfect. And his skill caps are really low. So he won't get to a... Or actually, yeah, I guess he got to a 70. So he's definitely a career backup for us, but he's only a sophomore, so could be nice for the fodder. An 80 overall that we got out of the portal. That's so nice. Max out run support. And throw the rest into coverage. So 82. He's on the cusp. If he upgrades at all during the season, he might be draftable. This guy's a 72 junior. Let's put everything in tackling. He is a senior, so we'll see what we want to do with him. We'll put 1 into there. He might just get fully upgraded. Catching is always super cheap. Going on out there. He's just this dude that walks around my neighborhood and just sings his music. He's always just vibing. I've seen him in so many different places in our neighborhood. He has to walk so much during the day, but he's just living his life. This guy's a junior. We'll just go all run support with him, I suppose. He's at 83 speed. Oh, I guess I could have put 1 into there, but that's alright. Could also move to a different position next year, potentially. That's the other thing that's nice with improving tackling. It makes them better at other positions, like linebacker or whatever. Makes him better at every position, but anything on the defense. He is a junior. So we'll put everything into pass coverage and then IQ. Or hands, I guess, or nothing. So I think we get to Mr. Dingle. I think we do get above a 70 for next year. So he's up to 76. That's really nice. I feel like if we got 7 wins, I'd be really happy. What's his, he's a junior. 86. I mean, that's going to be, we're going to bet a ton into run support. Only has 1 skill cap for it. So he should get probably close to 75 next year. Getting up to his getting his tackling continually up. Skill caps aren't very good. We'll get his IQ and run support maxed out. So he should end up in the low 70s next year. He's only a sophomore too, which is nice. We had 2 kickers, but Sean is our... I guess we'll have to see what their skill caps are. In here. Guess we'll save the rest for next year. We got 1 in both at least. And he's 82. I guess they're the same overall and they have the same power. I don't really care who the kicker is, to be honest. They're basically the same. One guy's a little more accurate, one guy's a little bit more power. Should have made him our kicker. He's got the most power. Alright, so we are going to... We have 65 coach points. Auto progress the rest of our boys. Go to our coach upgrade. We want to get linebackers up to tier 3. And then receivers. All right. Receivers, and then obviously running backs. And then once we're tier 3, we can start looking maybe tactician. Well, we got 2 of our 3 possible goals, which is nice. Let's see our roster. Oh my goodness, we have a full roster. Who would have thought? I think we encourage him to leave. It looks like our other kicker is going to leave as well, unfortunate. I think we sent him to the Netherlands. They're both still young. We send him off since he's a senior. And then he's a junior, so we'll send him off. And we'll send him off as well. He had a deal breaker on him. That works out. So now we have a competitive facility, which will help with recruiting. We are going to try to get more NIL, so we're going to spend 150 on there. More NIL you can get, the better. And custom schedule we should set up as well. We gotta make our schedule list. Oh, we're up to 79. Oh, that's awesome. So we're actually could be so much worse. So we actually should be decently competitive this year. We're gonna throw UTEP on the schedule. I don't know if Coastal Carolina is good, but we're looking for easy wins. Louisiana Tech. We're not playing Vanderbilt. Absolutely not. If we got any sort of benefit from playing higher level schools, like extra NIL, then they just have to add that into the game. I don't know why they can't. We'll play at Old Dominion. We should honestly sim pretty decent. It should be pretty interesting to see. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. I'll set up the board, but when I live stream again, we will be into the next season. So if you made it to this point, I appreciate it, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Peace.